Hey guys, it's me, Julia Lee, and today I'm going to do a get ready with me video, and I'm going to talk about my 2020 goals. So you may be thinking that this video is late and I should have set my goals in January. And maybe you're right, but I did once read an article that said you are more likely to stick to your goals if you set them in March. So that's what I'm going with. I've been thinking about what is important to me and what do I value and what do I want to bring forward with me in the new year that will help set me up to achieve some other goals that I also have as well. So I'm just going to talk about the 3 main goals that I have, and I'll do it while I get ready. To be honest, I'm not a huge makeup person by any means, so the get ready part might be a little shorter than the actual chatting about my goals part, but let's get started. I don't really wear any foundation. I used to do BB cream, but I now just use this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's more of a concealer, and I kind of just dab it on the blemishes that I have on my face, and I just use it everywhere. So my first goal of the year is to keep up with Konmari. So for those of you who are not familiar with Konmari, I'll give you a little bit of background. I think most of you are probably familiar with it. But anyway, so Marie Kondo is a Japanese expert at decluttering and tidying. And in January of 2019, she came out with a show on Netflix called Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. It was really inspiring to watch it, and it also made me want to read her actual book, which is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. A friend of mine had it and lent it to me, and I still have it, so sorry, Jill. I'll give it back. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to understand more about, I guess, like the philosophy behind it. It might sound kind of silly, but I feel like there's a very big kind of spiritual aspect to it, because the whole connection between, like, you know, you only feel as comfortable as your space is clean. Whenever I have kind of a big project or something that I need to work on, I can't do it unless my space is clean. And so you kind of procrastinate by being like, okay, I can't work until my space is clean, so now I gotta clean the kitchen, now I gotta clean my room, now I gotta put my clothes away. And you use it as a way of procrastinating, but honestly, I also feel like I genuinely cannot complete my task, or I can't even start my task unless my space is clean. So I really wanted to learn more about her philosophy behind it. The book gives you methods on how to declutter and how to clean, but at its core, it's really about when you finally have that clean and tidy space, it's about how it clears your mindset and allows you to actually work on the other things in life that you value. Because now you no longer have this barrier of, well, I need to clean my place before I start X thing. And it's just something that really resonated with me. Oh my God, Ezra is dreaming. And I don't know if you can hear, but he's doing a little bork in his dream. Probably chasing a squirrel or something. So as you can see, I pretty much just use the concealer as if it were a foundation. I don't know why. I just feel like foundation is too cakey to do it all over. So I kind of do a little spot treatment, but then I do realize that by the end of it, I've basically spot treated my entire face, so it's covered anyway. This is just what I do. It just feels like it's not as cakey as real foundation. So yeah. So I've been pretty good with keeping my clothes all tidy and neat in the Konmari fashion, but I haven't been that great at doing it with the rest of the house. So I did a whole sweeping clean in early 2019. After I read the book, I cleaned the kitchen, I cleaned the bathroom. Really, I cleaned and tidied everything in the house. I bought little boxes that I could put stuff in to make it easier. And I'd say generally speaking, things are pretty much where they should be, but we live in a really small place And I was gonna say we, but really it's me. I have a lot of shit, and I am not that good at putting stuff back. As I said earlier, it really affects how I feel in my space. I live with my partner Roman. It obviously affects how he feels in the space as well, and most of the shit is mine. So in 2020, I really want to be better at sticking to the KonMari process and making sure that my place is always in a clean and tidy state. I'm going to move on to adding some highlighter and some blush. I was so lucky to win this Smashbox set of like a variety of different highlights, blush, like kind of like a little contour set. I actually won this not this past December, but 2 Decembers ago at my holiday party at work. You can see which ones I like the most. Really, it's just like the highlighter I use the most. This one is like a really nice, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a pinkish shimmery blush. And then these two also I really like. So those are the ones that I'm gonna be using. So my second goal for the year, which is a big goal for me, is to have a low by 2020. What is low by? Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. It seems that in the past few years, it's kind of been a thing that's been trending. So essentially low by is just a concept of, you know, not being excessive with shopping, whether it be with clothes, with makeup, with skincare, or whatever. Historically, I have been definitely a follower of fast fashion. Honestly, for my whole life, my mom's always told me that I'm a shopaholic. I don't think I'm that bad, but
you know, I'm sure other people could say otherwise.
So when I started doing KonMari and went through a really big declutter process of my closet, I mean, I've been pretty good with trying to declutter my closet on a fairly frequent basis, like maybe every year or so. I'll go through my clothes and see what I no longer like. But the KonMari process, where you have to like hold your clothes, ask, you know, feel it and see if it sparks joy for you, maybe try it on or whatever, is actually really effective. Because I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of people are in this situation, I have obviously enough clothes or a lot of clothes, but I would always look in my closet and be like, I have nothing to wear. And really what that just means is I don't like the clothes in my closet. I definitely got into the mindset of minimizing my closet and, you know, really obviously trying to hold on to things that were clothes that I really did enjoy wearing. So let's see how we're looking here. Let's say we're looking pretty good. I mean, I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I just never have. I don't like the feeling of makeup. So this is looking pretty good for me. I'm just gonna top it off with some eyebrow gel. I don't know what you call this, but it's from Glossier and it is called it's called Boy Brow. And it just has a little bit of color to it and helps keep your eyebrows kind of in place. I have microbladed my eyebrows in the past, so, you know, if you're wondering why they look so dope, which hopefully you are because I spent a lot of money on it, but that's why they look pretty good, because I've microbladed them. But I do like just adding this sometimes for a little extra oomph, you know? So I've always wanted to move towards having a more wardrobe essentials type of closet and really buying items that were good quality, that would last me a long time, obviously not in just durability, but in style. So like I wanted to build a really timeless closet. And again, now that I'm 30, I feel like it is the time. Last touch is this Glossier mascara. A friend recommended this to me. I don't really wear mascara on a daily basis. I only wear it when I go out or, you know, have some sort of event. But I always find that they just like leak. Like they always leak under my eye, even if I'm not doing any extraneous activity. Like if I'm just existing throughout the workday, I find that by the end of the day, I still have some like smudges at the bottom of my eye. And honestly, I gotta say, this mascara is pretty amazing. I've never really gotten that. Like, it really just stays on your lashes. And it's very light. So, you know, if you want something that's a bit more dramatic, this probably isn't it. But it's a great everyday mascara that will not leak. I don't think I can talk and put on mascara. Like, I'm trying, but it's kind of hard. Okay, I'm gonna finish this eye and then continue, because like I really can't. I can't do both at the same time. Sorry guys. I'm not that skilled. This may be my only ever get ready with me video. Ah! Too close to my eye. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Very natural. This is, I don't know, this is my version of just natural, pretty much everyday makeup. I don't really do a whole lot more than that, so if this is not enough for you, I'm sorry, but this is just what I do. It is so much easier to dress up in the morning when you don't have a lot of clothes and when you enjoy and really like all the clothes that you do have. That's where I want to get to, having a really curated and timeless wardrobe where I can just mix and match pieces and really like everything that's in my closet. So my second big goal for the year is to have a low buy year, which for me means either making no purchases or making very minimal purchases. But it's just something that I really want to work on this year. Also because, you know, there's a lot of things that I want to do in life. I want to travel. You know, my partner and I want to eventually get a place, which is like near impossible in Toronto. So basically we need to save money. And one way to do that is to cut out my excess shopping. And my third goal that I have already acted on is to make sure that I am incorporating fitness into my lifestyle. So I used to wrestle and I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I used to do pretty intense workouts and I used to be very active. When I moved in with my partner and I got my new job about a year and a half ago, and I basically moved further away from the gym that I was going to, I just got really unmotivated to go to the gym because it was more of a commute. I used to live like just around the block from the gym, so it was really easy to go. Fitness is so important for obviously not just your physical health, but for your mental health. And I think in the past year, I have seen how it's affected me to not be active. I'm more prone to getting into slumps or getting unmotivated. I think I'm more quick to be angry because I just don't have a release for my emotions. So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm incorporating fitness into my life, and I have started by signing up for the F45 8-week challenge. I'm gonna be doing a separate video on my experience with the challenge, but as I'm filming this right now, it's been 3 weeks into the challenge and it's awesome. I feel great. It's really close to me, so it's really easy for me to go right after work. So I'll talk more about that in my F45 challenge video. But just to wrap it up, my third foundational goal for 2020 is to make sure that I am incorporating fitness into my lifestyle regularly. So this video has been a little bit of a ramble. I have realized I am just really not good at multitasking. So I'm sorry if it was hard to follow. If you stuck it out until the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. And also to it, so that's basically where I want to get to. So that's,